If you're tired of budgeting apps that feel more like spying apps, well, you are not alone. And like you, I feel it's time for something better. Meet Firefly 3, the self-hosted money manager that gives you full control. No ads, no tracking. Just powerful private budgeting that actually makes sense. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how it works and why it is different and how you can finally manage your money without giving up your privacy. So let's get right to it. First of all, if you go to their website, that's firefly-iii.org or for3.org, you'll land on their homepage right here. And here you can see some snippets and some useful features of the platform. Now you can go ahead and download it. So I've clicked on download here. I'll be redirected to the Firefly 3 GitHub page where I can download the app on my computer. However, for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna run a demo because a demo would have some like dummy data and some pre-ready and preset information that'll help me showcase or better showcase the features of the platform for you. So let's go ahead and click on demo. And just like that, you are in. Now here is your main dashboard. You have your in and out this period. You have your subscriptions to pay, and as you can see, the amount and the paid amount. You have your amount left to spend from your euro, pounds, and dollars account, and you have your net worth. And you also have some data here, some graphs that showcase your account progress. So this is like a graph between the checking amount and the saving amount. As you can see, the saving amount is steady throughout these past few days, and the checking amount is going up and down, as you can see. Now, here are the transactions for the checking amount. As you can see, some deductions and a big jump, which is the salary, which explains this big jump right here. So this is where you got your salary on the 22nd of April. Now, if I go ahead to this specific entry and I expand it, yep, it is indeed in the April 22nd. So let's go back to your dashboard. And you can see here all of the checking account deduction or expenses and income, so operations. Now I can create a new one, so I can create a new withdrawal or a new deposit or a new transfer. So let's create a new deposit. So let's say money from a friend. Okay, now the amount, let's be generous and say $2,000. Let's say you have a pretty generous friend who is giving you money. Now for the budget, it's let's leave it as it is. For the category, you can add a category, so it's in, let's say, going out, and you can add it to a piggy bank as well. Now you can add tags, subscriptions, interest date, and so on. And now that everything looks good, let's go ahead and submit. And now you have another jump in your checking account, which is money from a friend. How cool is that? Now you can view here the amount. You can show the amount in this account. Now you can see this graph here, the same graph, and you can see some more detailed insights of the expenses by category, by budget, or income by category. So if I hover over any of them, I can see the category. So the going out, groceries, and this is the euros budget. And you can see a list of all the transactions done in this account. And also by month, so a like mini monthly recap, number of transactions spent, earned, and the transferred or away, which is pretty cool to give you a quick insight of how your budget is going. Now here you have your budgets from the menu on the left. You can see here the total available budget in euro, US dollars, and British pounds. So you have more than one budget. You can add a new budget here. You have your categories, your budget categories, and the amount for each category, the spend per day on each category, and the left per day on each category. So let's add a new budget, and let's name it, for example, camera payment. Let's say I'm taking good care of my camera and I want to spend some money on it, maybe like buying some accessories, you name it. Okay, store new budget. And now the budget is stored, and if I scroll down here, I can see the camera payment. I can add amount to it, let's say 50. Now I can go ahead and see that the available in euro is now changed a bit. Now let's go to subscriptions, where I can see all the recurring payments or the subscriptions that I am asked to pay, like the rent amount, which is paid on the 1st of April and it repeats monthly, the health insurance, inactive bills, and the weekly bills, which is repeated weekly, as you can see, each week and expected 3 weeks ago, and the quarterly bill, which is due quarterly, and other bills for every half year, yearly, or monthly. Now, I can create a new subscription. Let's say Netflix. Okay, the currency is in US dollar. Minimum amount, I can set a minimum amount, let's say $100. Of course, I know the amount is pretty high for a Netflix subscription, but I'm just showing you how it works. And I didn't have any other subscription name on my mind right now. Yeah, now let's go back to the actual setting. Now the date, let's say it will be due on the 15th, and it repeats, let's say weekly. Yeah, I know, again, Netflix subscription isn't weekly. And I can set skips here. So if I want it to be bi-monthly, so skip every other week. I can add an end date, extension date. I can add notes, attachments, and so on. Now, store new subscription. Okay, now let's go back to the subscriptions. And as you can see, the Netflix subscription is now added. Now, if I click on the subscription, I can edit the details if I want to. Now here, next you have your piggy banks. And these are all your piggy banks. Now think of them like a mini savings account or mini piggy banks here that you are saving in them to buy stuff or to save for stuff like. For example, this account is saving for a new couch. Saved so far is 100 euros of the target of 500, and I have 380 euros remaining. Now here I can view all the other piggy banks, and I can add or create another piggy bank. Name, let's say, new car. The target amount is, let's say, 4,000 US dollars. Okay, save on these accounts, so I can choose accounts to save from. Okay, store new piggy bank. Okay, now the new car piggy bank is added, and if I go to piggy bank right now, I can see here the new car is added somewhere. Yep, here it is in the piggy bank. Now I can even delete piggy banks or reorder them if I favor one over the other. Now here you have your accounts. You have your asset accounts, cash wallet, checking account in pounds, and credit card in USD, and the other accounts. And you can view the current balance in each account, and if it's active, last activity, the balance difference, and the account number and the role as well. Now here are the expenses accounts. So all the categories you are spending on with the current balance. Is it active, last active? So basically the same categories. So here you can view all the categories. Now they are laid in alphabetical order. I can reorder them if I want to. Click on these three lines here and drag to reorder. And then I can view the revenue accounts and the liabilities. And here I can view the classification, so all the categories that I have, all the tags, and all the groups, and the reports right here. And from here I can export my data and view some additional options. Now I do think for a free local first budget tracking app or budget managing app or financial managing app, it is pretty easy to use and offers lots of features for what it is. So if you're tired of overcomplicated budgeting apps or being overcharged by companies, this is a great alternative for you to try out.